What is up, record nerds of the internet? It is that time of month again where I go through all the records I bought in the previous month, even if this one's a little bit late, but you might see why. Let's talk about it.
Six in the morning.
So as you can see, we are back in the dungeon. However, the dungeon is quite different. I've done this. And I did this because I thought the old dungeon looked too dungeonous. And now I've done this and I'm like, kind of missed the old dungeon already. And it's only the first video. So let me know. Did I improve this? Did I make it worse? I don't know. But let's move on with some records, shall we? I picked up this from our friends at Vinyl Me Please. This is Herbie Hancock's Sextant. I don't know which is the right pronunciation. Maybe neither of those two things, really. And this is out of focus. And it comes with, you know, your normal Vinyl Me Please shenanigans of a picture, which is nice. We'll look at some other Vinyl Me Please releases that have things that make less sense than a picture of the band. So that's cool. Has the obligatory Obi strip. So this is silvery, which is nice. It has a tipped-on sleeve, also silver. It's not the thickest cardboard for the sleeve ever, but you do what you can. If you've never heard this album, and I had never heard this album up until I bought it, it is really sort of avant-garde jazz. And maybe I would actually consider it not jazz at all. I might consider it avant-garde funk. I don't know if that's a thing, but this is definitely the album, you know, words. You know what I think about words here. Don't like words. And here's another thing I don't like. You can tell me if you like it. For some reason, I have an issue with jazz records being on colored vinyl. I don't own a lot of jazz records on colored vinyl, but when I do, I'm always kind of perturbed by it. For some reason, I think they should be on black. Maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments below. From Herbie Hancock to everyone's favorite, Glenn Danzig, who killed Marilyn? I don't know. I would love to know, Glenn Danzig, who did kill Marilyn, because it ain't a mystery to you. However, I've heard this song, I don't know, 150,000 times over the past, how old am I? 30 years? Longer of my life. And I still don't know who it is. I don't think this photo is circa when this 7-inch came out. Because this 7-inch came out in like, what, 85? 84? I don't know. I also like that they went through the process of scanning this. And as you can see here, they left that smudge on there. How easy would that have been to remove that before going to print? Pretty freaking easy. Good job, Cleopatra. Cleopatra is never known for their really high-end pressings of things. Oh, here's a fun little story. The first thing I ever bid on eBay was this 7-inch. And I bid $55 and I was outbid. And I lost it for $60. And I was like, whew, good thing I didn't pay $60 for that record. Yeah. Maybe should have paid up. And this is on a cool purpley semi-clear vinyl. And I thought I had heard all the versions of those songs, but I had never heard those versions. So those are not the same versions that you've heard on the Misfits compilations and box set and whatever. So I would recommend picking that up. It's pricey for what's essentially a 2-song record, but I don't know. 2023, everything's no, it's not 2023. It's 2024. Everything's expensive. Let's talk about some noise records, shall we? Puant, Frozen, Niagara Falls. I live near Niagara Falls, so it seems somehow like I have to own this. And this has got like the spot gloss all over it. It's cool. This is a 3-album noise rock, mostly noise with a little bit of rock thrown in there. And so you got all of that, and then you got some more spot gloss on that, and some spot gloss on this too. This, I believe, is out of print. I found this someplace. I'm going to do a follow-up to this at some point, but I'm not going to mention this record. So if you watch a video and I'm like, oh, I ordered a record, this is the record. I just don't want to point it out because the people I ordered it from are not my friends. Hail Mary Malon. This is a Aesop Rock side project. I got this from the Rhymesayers blind box that I got. I will link that at the end of the video. It'll be like over here, maybe over there, but probably there. It is gatefold. And this is a project with someone else who I don't remember who else it is, but Aesop Rock would be the reason why I kept this. It's on this lovely split pea soup colored vinyl. Oh, back to Vinyl Me Please. Afro by Dizzy Gillespie. I got this from our friends at Vinyl Me Please because it has Caravan on it, and my son's current favorite movie is Whiplash, which that song is featured prominently in. And now this version is quite different than the version that's in the movie. Seems like all of versions of Caravan are quite different from each other. Oh no, I lost the OSB strip. Tipped on sleeve. Black vinyl, like God intended. A book of words which will never be read in my home. And more records. More Vinyl Me Please. This is Interpoles. Turn on the bright lights. Now, again, look, more nonsense that I assume that they think that stuff like this is a value add, where at least with the Herbie Hancock, it's a photo of the band. If this is a photo of the band, I'd be like, that's cool. I don't know what this has to do with the record whatsoever, other than it's red and black and white, and that's sort of the color scheme of the record. Artwork by Nicholas Law of Buffalo, New York. I don't know that guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Try not to lose this Obi strip into the pit of despair that's down that way. Now, I had the reissue that was on 180-gram vinyl that for some reason goes for money, and so I sold that and bought this because this was cheaper, and they decided it would sound better, which is right, on 2 separate pieces of vinyl rather than the one. Interpol was I guess they're still around, and sort of indie band The early stuff is just Joy Division worship, which if you're into Joy Division and you're like, hey, I wish there was more Joy Division, check out Interpol's early stuff, because that's what it sounds like. And it is on this really sort of deeper red than what shows up in the photo. And by photo, I mean video. Oh, there's a book. There's a book. Because the kids love to read books. Oh, look at all those words. Samiam, Stowaway. This is their latest album, came out last year. This is the second press that's on clear vinyl. Samhain has been around since the late 80s, doing punk rock things. This has printed in their sleeve. This record's okay. Samhain at one point I would have said was my favorite band, maybe top 3. But they keep putting out records. Well, not really. They put them out every 5 to 10 years. And I don't know. They seem to have kind of lost something when they lost their guitar player, James Brogan, who used to be in Social Unrest. And the band kind of doesn't really feel the same anymore. And so that continues to not feel the same. Speaking of bands that don't feel the same, Archers of Loaf, Reason and Decline. This just came out, again, last year. And this is the Vinyl Me Please pressing. That's, my copy is 254 of 500. I don't know, this record's okay. I might never even open this. I might just throw it in my bin of records to sell at record shows. But I might keep it. I don't know. I have to listen to the record more before I decide whether or not this is something I want to actually own and clutter my life with. And finally, we have this. Julius Eastman. Can't tell you what this is called, but it's called something. This is actually purple. It looks a lot more blue in the... This is a box set of 3 of his works. Comes in this wooden box. It's a limited edition of 300. Now, let's... These are the names of the works. Fantastic. So, Julius Eastman was an African-American fellow who spent a lot of his time, his last, I don't know how many years, in Buffalo. And he plays, and he did sort of avant-garde, new sort of classical music that I think a lot of people would be into if they actually had heard it. I don't know how many people have. It comes on these purple colored vinyl. There's 2 of them. And then it has like a nice fuzzy inside to keep everything protected, and a gigantic poster that does not have the N-word on it, which is nice, because who wants a giant poster with the N-word on it in their home? And there's the man. He has since passed. I think he died of AIDS, which is unfortunate. You know, because now AIDS is a livable sort of condition, whereas back in the 80s and early 90s, it was not. And thankfully, science has given us not a cure, but something you can live with. So, fortunately, we lost a lot of good people from that horrible disease. Rev Rock and Rollin', they did one of these for, what's the guy's first name? I want to call him this other name with a guy that I worked with. His last name is Niblock. They did one that was like red of some of his works and Rev Rock and Rollin' had that, and I said, you should get this. And I'm like, and I should get this because I hadn't bought it yet. I had ordered it from deep discount, and it was in stock when I ordered it, but by the time I checked out, it was gone. And I don't know, I picked this up locally from a shop called Out There Records. You should go there and buy records. You can't buy this because I bought it, but you can buy the Niblock one. He has that. That's it. That's all the records I bought. That's a lot of records, right? Ish. Not bad. Pretty good. It's a good haul. It's going to be fewer records going forward probably because of personal reasons. But I will keep making videos with odd frequencies because that's what I do. And if you like this and you're still watching it, I don't know why you would be. Like and subscribe. Why not? And I'll have a video here and a video here and a video there. And then my logo here. My logo's all there. Have a good day.